They will be moving on, which is how crazy things are getting. I also have Archie Montemayor and Ryan Greenspan here sitting in the seat. Help us do some commentation, some commentator. How you guys doing, bud? Yeah, I know we're all a little out of breath here. As it was a quick jump here, we were running a little late, so I'm jumping into it. Anyway, as it stands right now, Houston Heat with some ground in the center, with San Monville hunting, looking like he wants to move up into the wedge. He does. They're quicker to go than Level. So Level still stuck with two bodies in the backfield. 5 alive for them, though. 5 alive for both of these teams.
Looks like Sam missed that shot on the guy filling the insert bunker to Snake. And it is kind of a tricky spot because the slant on that wedge on the inside, you can't really play it like really where you're looking, you can see everything.
Yeah, so good pressure here from Houston Heat so far, really kind of trapping Columbus Level still in the pocket. But as we just spoke about, Sunday, that's what you're trying to get to, and if Columbus Level can find a way to beat Houston Heat, I was given the information from Pando, so he's obviously biased, but he said if they beat Heat, then they're going to move on to Sunday.
Okay, I was wondering what the implications are because I know Heat is 2-1, right?
Yeah,
and all their games are one-point games.
Yeah, 3 overtime matches.
Right.
So Tyler Harmon now moving out, and it looks like Chad George able to get out wide. So definitely being the more proactive team here, not just on the break, but on some secondaries, as 2 minutes has elapsed and we haven't seen a body drop yet. That hasn't happened at all this entire tournament. I can't remember a 5-on-5 lasting for 2 minutes. Sam Monville is going to cut across, get to that 50-yard line brick here on your screen, looking towards the Snake.
Ooh. Well, I'm also just a little surprised that Ronnie's not trying to push the issue on the Doritos, because with that guy in the big brick. Well, yeah, but that guy has to worry about the big brick, so it's not like he's looking down the field the whole time, you know, like that. There's definitely an opportunity over there.
Oh, minor penalty going to be assessed here on Houston Heat. And
so now it's just these two guys on the Dorito side. Monville.
Yeah, Ronnie and Sam still alive, but those are the last 2 players left alive for Houston Heat. Justin Politi has his side completely blown open. He gets the crossfield shot on Ronnie Dizon.
Right.
And that is going to do it. Point's going to be conceded.
You know, and for Level, if they're going to break short, that's exactly what they need, at least to capitalize on those initial kind of exchanges or getting those first kills, right? Otherwise, if you let them get both sides of the field on you and you're short, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, and it's got to be frustrating for Houston Heat because they did have much better field position and they had played through 2 minutes without losing a body, trapping Level, which is what they wanted to do, trap him in that pocket and try to control those zones. Level just never ran through it, and Level just won some gunfights. You're going to play defense. You got to make your shots. We say that all the time because it's basically very true. Yeah, so jumping into this first point here, 15 minutes on the clock as we get things going with Los Angeles Infamous.
Taking the Snake off the break.
Yeah,
not something we've seen a ton of. A little more today, but
definitely a lot more today than we did yesterday. Not a lot at all yesterday, but it's interesting how this field has developed. As we see Thomas Taylor already past the 50-yard line here in the center. The center has become more potent today, and the Snake has become more potent because more players are actually making that attempt, and that's been the game plan. It's just been developing. The strategy's been developing. Yesterday it was more pocket, try to get out wide, and in the Snake back bunker in D1. Now it's more attack the center and try to get the Snake, and then now it's going to develop again as people are watching that, so it may go back to what we saw yesterday a bit.
So Infamous, looks like Thomas here is on NRG's side. on the snake side wedge, but they lost Harrison Fry on the Dorito side, so they don't have any presence on the Dorito side, but they're in the 50 snake and then this snake side wedge on NRG side of the field. So if they can capitalize, get a kill here, even it up, hopefully.
Body gonna, looks like NRG losing that body as Jamrose hits the deck, and he's gonna crawl up here well past the 50, try to get a shot on Jason Dennis.
There should be some free kills here.
Ooh, Jason Dennis gets out though, but Jamrose catches his pack. He's gonna wrap around, get another free kill. That's a 2-pack so far for Jonah.
Yeah, except none of the rest of his team know that any of that even happened.
Right. Well, Jonah just connected on 3 shots, so it doesn't matter at this point.
Right. And that's that's something you get disconnected a lot because Infamous realized they lost that Dorito side, or their body on the Dorito side, and both of their players behind Jonah, actually all 3 of them are trying to lock down the Dorito side.
Correct.
Now they stand up and go, oh wait, look, he's hitting the buzzer.
Well, and what's interesting about it is if Thomas ended up looking Doritos, which they're down a body, they don't have any presence over there. He's way up the field. That's a good angle there. But if somebody had come in on this inside slot, they would have got them both.
They would have got them both. Yeah. And that's kind of on Jonah and Thomas to talk a little bit in those positions. You know, if I see you up there looking that way and I can clearly see your entire inside, I'll tell you to switch.
Right.
Right. And you know, it was actually it's great being able to watch a little bit more paintball from the sidelines, and I saw like we had such a good game, Archie. It was you, Blake, and Kyle. And it was a longer point, and we had lost our entire Dorito side. And you guys were talking so well. You were in the can, Blake was in the that wedge on our side, and Kyle was in the snake. And you guys like orchestrated everything so well. And it was a level beyond what most other teams are doing that I'm seeing at least. And that's just having our front guys talk to each other and then make sure all those zones are watched so you guys can just be a little bit more at ease after you've lost an entire side of the field.
On the breakout now, Columbus level, doubling up that back center, up by 1 on Houston Heat, but they're going to lose one of those bodies from that back center now, down to 4 players, and looks like a good cross-field spread here for Heat, able to make it out wide on both sides, those back spots, and keep 5 bodies alive.
Moorhead's getting looked at. I know it looks like he got bounced off the break, but maybe he's good. Oh.
Ooh, and that should be a penalty. It's not. He just dodged a big bullet there.
They'll take it. So 4-on-4 now. Heat in the snake and the Dorito side wedge. And Chad looking to kind of get some kills here. And honestly, they're playing pretty loose over there. Chad might have just shot that can guy. Yep, he did.
Yeah, so Sam Silberg taking the walk from that can as they dive Politi into the snake, but Heat being the more proactive team out here.
Is Mishka still up there? Okay, yeah. Crawls into, oh, wow.
Mishka getting to that 50 brick towards the D side.
Yeah, and Mishka owns that whole side, and it's only a matter of time before Chad just pops up and laces these guys right here. And there goes another body for level walking off.
Oh.
And another one. And this is a whole different Heat game plan than what they did the game before, right? They actually got in the snake.
Right.
Yeah, so Houston Heat going to tie this game up at 1. And again, level, if they can find a way to win this one, again, from the information I'm being given, they will be able to move on to Sunday. Heat sitting at 2-1. The loss here, they go 2-2, and going to have to count that spread. I just talked to the guys from AC Diesel. They don't know if they're in. Obviously not. We still have to see how things go.
Depends on the spreads?
Yeah, they're 2-2 with a +1.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, that's what I told them. They're like, what do you think? I'm like, I don't know. Flip a coin. Sometimes that'll work. Sometimes it won't. Infamous went 0-2 yesterday with a -6. So they need a massive day today. X Factor was in a similar situation, but they just had a mercy rule win against the ML Kings.
Yeah, they got a pretty easy bracket. And today is an easy day for them.
So now they have the Latin Saints next, and they should be able on paper to get a big win there as well, too. So they most likely will probably go 2-2 and probably have a decent spread even with the big loss they had against you guys. Or
against Damage.
Yeah, against Damage, sorry. So 13 minutes left here. Infamous with a 1-point lead, but they are going to be losing a body early. Zach, yeah.
Oh, both teams. One off the Dorito side for NRG as well.
Yeah, so 4-on-4 at this point.
Actually, 3 bodies left alive. Just
yeah, that's right. Shorty got shot. Go fill in the corner over here on the snake side. So we'll see if this snake guy can kind of clock in and get some kills.
There's the.
So now trapped in that pocket again with just 3 bodies here for Infamous. NRG lead able to get into the snake with Caleb Abel, who had a pretty good day for him yesterday. He's definitely getting to be pretty potent as an attacker in the Snake for NRG Elite. They're sitting at 1-1, and they have some ground right now. Dennis at the brick in the center. 50-yard line. Caleb Abel into Snake 3.
Yeah, and once they get the information, and again, it's pretty tough to see. You can see right now you see on your screen is Infamous, and they're kind of in a position right now with that center player. They can't really move out on the Dorito side, but the move kind of coming wide on the Snake side is a little open, mainly because NRG's back center players can't really see what's going on the Snake side from back there. So it's hard to tell where Infamous is over on the Snake side.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to see that because given that it's a 4-on-3, I mean, at this point we're a minute into the point. Like that guy probably should find another position that he can actually see a lot more.
Yeah, and he just moved out to that door on that side, but it looks like Harrison checking off that center brick because the center brick is switched and is now you can see the direction he's looking in now.
I think it's Nate on the Doritos on this one.
Was that Nate?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Nate Schrader. Back healthy. But Nate getting shot trying to get into D3. That leaves just 2 bodies here for Infamous, and NRG Elite should be able to put a tying point on the board. They don't have the field spread on the D side, but there goes Cody Mikowski.
Yeah, they need to blow this. It looks like you want to blow it on this one because you don't want to. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, wow.
Don't listen to me.
They're going to lose
coach.
Dennis, too? Is it?
Oh. Okay, so it's a 3-on-1. All right.
Okay.
That's it. So they tie it up.
I'm just playing. I'm a good coach. I would have blown the horn there, though, because you don't want your guy to get a major. That happened earlier twice today, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can hire Ryan Greenspan to come and coach your team, by the way. Archie might be available, too. He's a busy man, but, for the right price. Do you coach teams, Archie?
Not typically, no.
Yeah.
I mean, we do this. I've got a lot of other things going on too, and then we already dedicate a lot of weekends to this. So it's just like if I'm going to give up another free weekend, it's gonna pay to.
That's what I said, for the right price.
Yeah.
So as Heat takes the field here, let's get a look here at Tyler Harmon. Some replays. Tyler Harmon's been outstanding for Houston Heat. They've been in so many close points that they've needed some big performances out of their big name players, and Tyler Harmon has been Johnny on the spot, getting into crucial spots, getting huge kills, racking up 3-packs, and just winning gunfight after gunfight, low body situations. It's been pretty crazy for Heat. The fact that they've gone to 3 overtime matches, every single one of them. They lost the first one.
I wish I could shoot people
won the
like
first
that.
one and lost
Not
the
a single
one.
guy looking at you, everybody looking too far inside. You pop up and just get to tee off on the side of their head.
Sometimes the circumstance is really in your favor.
Yeah. I need a highlight reel like that. Oh, my goodness. I mean, Tyler is a phenomenal player, and you can't give him anything but that. Especially don't give him your entire body. That's for sure. It's gonna be a big L for you on that one. So 4-on-4 right here, Maddie.
Yeah, 4-on-4. We've seen this quite a bit. It's been a bit of a bloodbath on the break here on this layout as Heat, though, taking ground. Definitely the much more aggressive team here against Columbus. Level, but Level with a looks like they have a body in D4 though.
Did Heat start down a body or am I
No,
just missing someone?
Chad got shot off the break
Okay,
going into
okay.
that God bunker.
All right.
Yeah, so most of the firepower here for Houston Heat is on that D side as they have Mishka in the at that wedge, and then Ryan Moorhead at D3, and then they also have another body at D1.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that stance right there for Ryan. Just laid back.
Doing a yoga move.
Long ball.
Still real flexible.
Still real flexible. That's the key to longevity, guys. I'm telling you. Make sure you do your stretches.
I can't touch my toes anymore. That ship has sailed.
I'm just going to give up on it.
Tyler Harmon looking for it up and over the top and looking for a move. He's going to move up.
So I kind of like that retreat there by Devin coming back. He realizes that with Mishka and Ryan kind of locked up over there, he's not really doing a whole lot of help. So he can come over here, maybe back up Tyler, and hopefully get him back in this side of the field.
Yeah, I agree with you, Archie, because as it stood to that point, Tyler was on an island over here.
Right.
He dies, then that's a big problem.
Yeah, and I mean, you almost want to get one of your bodies up for Level closer to them over here. And I would argue that Level needs to get a body out to the Snake corner to try to turn the field over
I definitely don't disagree with you. I mean, it's odd to me that they got the kill on this side and they don't want to try to push that advantage.
I think they still think that Tyler's in that brick behind the Snake, the God bunker, entry level bunker, and
I
just
guess
hold it. They're just playing a hold game.
But at the same time, you're not getting in and taking advantage of what you've got, where you've got the field.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm with you.
Yeah, level.
And you know, and that's just one of those things. Like over time and experience, they'll understand that. They'll lose this type of point enough times to realize that that's not how you play it.
Yeah. Well, Level's playing a little tentative here through these first couple points, and there's a lot on the line for them. I actually just got a message from Danny Schonauer, who's not here. Congratulations, his family just had a baby, but he was saying that it'll be a three-way tie in their bracket between Heat and Diesel and Level.
Oh, and because Heat lost to both of those teams, heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just don't see. I mean, Heat needs to slip up, but there's a
Yep,
Tyler with another fantastic shot on the heads up there, just waiting for that.
Now the Dorito guy for LVL waiting for Tyler to slip up here. I don't know if Tyler. Well, they might know he's there.
I think he does.
Yeah.
Because Tyler was standing up at one point, kind of wrapping that inside.
All right.
Yeah. And look for Devin to try to slide right into that snake, and just it'll be lights out. It'll be curtains for him.
Yeah, we're already kind of watching some Sunday paintball here. Some really slow points, is some tactical moves being made out here. The zone's being controlled. There is a lot at stake here. Level wins, they move on. If they don't, they go home. And then Houston Heat should still move on. It will knock Diesel out. If Level can beat Heat, then that sends Diesel home at 2-2 with a +1. Devin Stewart has made his way over here completely all the way into the back corner bunker right behind Tyler. So
Maddie, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Heat loses this, then they'll have a negative or a even point spread, because they're only a +1 right now, aren't they?
They should know, because they have 2 wins and
yeah, but they're both everything was overtime.
Right.
Overtime.
Yeah.
They lost 1 in overtime, and they won 2 in overtime.
They'd
So they're
be
at
even or
+1.
negative.
Yeah, I guess so, because then if Diesel's right on their point spread, that should be the case.
Yeah, +2 and a -1 is a +1.
Yeah, 100%.
Devin gets in the snake. That's a
We
good move.
we
by
talk
him.
a lot about math problems and stuff like that. Remember the useless facts on the Spick and Span show every Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Yes, the useless facts.
If you wanna hear some I don't want to call it high level mathematics and facts, but definitely.
Dude, if I come on your show, I want to talk about paintball, or
I want to hear some
something.
history.
I got some history.
I know you've got history.
Well, right now, talking about history, Houston Heat, one of the most dominant teams ever, and Level's trying to make history.
So this is why you get in the snake, because
Yeah.
you get in there and you shoot people.
Don't catch me trying to sit in that brick looking across.
So much time being burnt off here, but hey,
Almost like I said it right exactly the way it was going to happen.
well, you've seen a thing or two out here, Archie.
I'm just trying to help.
Just trying to help.
But yes, you know, you go through, you get that done to you enough times, you start realizing, okay, this isn't how we're going to win this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you see enough repetition and let the lessons resonate enough times, and eventually you will try to fix it.
Yeah, and one way of fixing that would have been also level either getting into the snake and trying to force the issue around here, filling the body out to the corner to help turn the field, because if they had done that sooner, then Heat would have never been able to fill all the way out to that corner and then get in the snake and come down it. Another option would have been getting out of that back center and backing your guy up on the Dorito side, so that guy could take a few more chances and go clear someone out.
With that guy, right.
You clear out Mishka or Ryan Moorhead, and then it's a one-on-one rather than giving up the real estate.
Well, 5 alive here for NRG Elite.
Infamous getting in the snake off the break.
Yeah, we're just seeing
straight to snake 3, basically.
Yeah, we're seeing this a lot more. Guys getting in there and just immediately crawling into snake 3.
Right, and NRG with a pretty conservative breakout, but they did go to the snake wedge off the break, and that's matched by Cody Mikowski. Getting real close here. And I kind of like what Cody's doing here, kind of getting really tight on this guy. It's going to almost make that guy not be able to play.
Yeah, he's definitely hiding right now because he's feeling so much pressure.
Right, feels the pressure.
So,
like, Shorty getting behind him in the snake right here would be really good move, because what's going to happen is these guys are all worried about the snake guy, and Shorty's able to kind of pick him off behind him.
Yeah. And just to show Shorty's defense slightly is he doesn't really know where the guys are in front of. You know, when you're playing that back center shooting snake way, or you're the second body to fill over here, you're kind of like,
where are they?
Where the hell did they go?
And which way are they shooting?
Unless you're, 6.5 feet tall, which Archie and I are not. Surprise! I mean, I don't know if anybody out there knew that, but I hear it a lot. But you can't see where the guys go over here, and so.
Harrison making a good move out to Dorito 2, the little one, and now the Dorito 3. Yeah, Shorty does get out wide here, so Infamous looking to capitalize on the positions they've got.
Yeah, I did notice that, Ryan, when I went out there kind of doing my due diligence and walking some of these angles, that some of these positions, the taller you are, you get the shots that open up that weren't there if you were 5'6", you know?
Yeah.
Harrison
I'm taller than 5'6".
Harrison gets shot out of 50 Doritos. That's a big kill.
I didn't say you were 5'6". I said if somebody was, hypothetically.
I could see where there could have been a misunderstanding there.
Maddie's just now figuring out Ryan's not 6'2".
And Zach, I think that was that Cody? Or?
That's
yeah.
Brett.
Brett took one just sliding in.
2 tough deaths on that side of the field.
And that
for Infamous.
Yeah, it forces Shorty to Sean Salcedo to have to get back to that back center because they've lost so many bodies on from that D side.
And see, I don't even agree with that. In my mind, you have 2 options, right? You obviously have 2 options when you're making moves, like when you're losing one side of the field or the other. I like trying to continuously
double down,
press the advantage that you have over here. You're in the snake, you own all this real estate. Your snake guy can watch that whole Dorito side anyway, but just get him around the corner and you're going to start getting kills. Well, rather than plugging holes.
NRG Elite is definitely making the most of this high body situation as they've started to move up the field. They're in the snake with Caleb Abel. They also just dove into D3, got right to D4. Been at this wedge for a while. There goes another body. Cody Mikowski couldn't stay alive, and also they lost Shorty. That's going to put Patient in a really tough spot. Might as well just buzzer this one. Save Patient the pain. Instead, Zach just runs chest up.
I mean,
trying to poke out the guy in front of him.
You got to give it to NRG there. I mean, they didn't have any of the real estate, but they were able to get those kills. You know, and that's ultimately, if you can do that, tough to beat.
Yeah. No, it's like a risk versus reward, as we always talk about on a paintball field, and you keep that outside contained and get up the field, take that real estate, you can increase those angles, and they definitely earned it by getting those gunfight wins. Yeah, that was a really good point from NRG Elite. It did look like Infamous was in a little bit better field position for a bit. So now Houston Heat with different situation here, really long points. So only 5 minutes and 39 seconds left to go. A 1-point spread, Columbus level, trying to punch their ticket. And get to Sunday after a pretty atrocious day on day number 1. Here we go, looking at Columbus level. Looks like Weber's gonna be running up and then out. Interesting route for Weber to get to the snake.
And it worked, so can't really say much about it.
And immediately Mishka is now gonna run towards the snake side wedge and put his gun here, try to keep Weber honest in snake 2. He also has a teammate behind him. Back corner bunker here for Columbus level, and they also have Lemon at the stand-up box.
You know, it's interesting that this match in particular is played really slow. You know, every point's been long, pretty contested. Neither team has made like a lethal error, and as a result of that, it's been hard contested long points.
Yeah, it's been close. It's just been, Heat has been more proactive and more offensive. And now Level with some work to do with needing 1 point to tie.
Yeah, Ryan Moorhead up on the Doritos again. He's been doing it pretty much all weekend.
Yeah, Ryan's done a real good job of getting into D3 for most of the points he's played. Todd's been going with Ronnie and Ryan over there, alternating, not necessarily alternating points, but those have been the 2 attackers on the D side. No Fedorov here, no Chad Boucher. It's an interesting event in the sense that very few teams are untouched by missing guys. You guys don't have Alex Frazier. And the body coming off Sam Silberg, taking the walk here for Level.
Yeah, and same thing, Level needs to get out to this corner.
Oh, sorry, that was Cranmer. Cranmer taking the walk, not Sam.
Oh, don't miss that shot.
He's got to be a little higher.
Yeah, he's got to be a little higher. He can't quite see Ryan right there.
But now Ryan knows he's, for a while. I mean.
Yeah. And Chad's gonna get in the snake right now.
Exactly, and so, you know, it's tough because, like, I would argue that this snake guy probably should have tried to get up there a little sooner.
Way sooner.
And try to get those kills, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're running the snake off the break and you're going to stay in snake 1 or snake 2 and not really take advantage of that.
Yeah, what was the point? And now he's going to start moving forward once Chad's already matched up with him, you know, and it's a bad matchup for him.
Devin Stewart gets behind Ryan into D3. Ryan's into D4. Mishka's still at that snake side wedge, and Weber's just crawling back and forth from snake 3 into snake 2.
Yeah, this is gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah, you know, and again, like, all you can really say is I would say this is just a little bit lack of experience, you know, because again, if you're gonna run the snake off the break, the whole point is you're taking a risk to pay off for something, right? But if you don't go there and, you know, leverage that risk, what's the point of even taking the risk in the first place?
Right. And Level taking the walk again. Yeah, I don't see Level grasping the field and understanding in the matches that I've watched them play.
I do agree with you. I feel Level started out looking a little puzzled out here on this particular layout. And that was actually their issue at event number 2. Third place for them, though, at event number 1. And they were pretty brutally honest with themselves at event number 2. Like, look, man, we need the 2 weeks to play. We thrive in those situations. We always play really good teams, and we do our homework, and we really try to figure things out. But they did come in day number 1, not really seeming to haven't figured the field out.
That's what I noticed also.
Who'd they play this morning? Because they did have a pretty solid match this morning, right?
Yeah, but that was a different day for them. They put up some points on Diesel. It was a 5-3 win, so a +3 there. And now sitting here in this situation,
you're playing a different caliber of team. You're playing a different caliber of team that's playing today differently than they played yesterday, slightly. But that's the difference right there, is that experience.
So NRG having some success shooting the snake side runner, but they also lose their snake corner. So 4-on-4, Infamous. Okay, Shorty going inside. Oh man, he would have been in the snake unseen.
Yeah.
Unseen and uncontested.
Yeah, NRG putting a lot of pressure on that Dorito side. Really working that Dorito side.
Well, this works too, though.
Yeah, hey, different ways to get it
they
done.
lost Schroeder over there. So honestly, for Infamous, just guys getting dinked out, not working in their favor. And this, oh man, if this guy makes this move, oh, not the time.
Oh yeah, Shorty was in a really good spot. Just dices up Dennis.
He just switched too.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
not the time.
So 3-on-3 now. Cody Mikowski realizing they're soft on the Dorito side. Harrison going to push in through the middle, kind of help out Shorty. And probably the next kill here is going to determine who wins this point. I don't know if that was... Okay.
Every move that Shorty's made, you've been like, okay.
Huh.
I mean, he did get a kill out of that move number 2.
And luckily for him, everybody still thinks he's there.
Right.
Right. And he's still trying to get the info, right? You're up on their side of the field going, where the hell is everybody?
He's lost 2 bodies from Infamous.
But it's 3-on-3. Oh, did he not just get shot?
Yeah, I thought I saw someone break off of Cody. Might have been off that bunker.
Ooh.
Shorty's now going to go back into the back snake side wedge. Just a couple of tactical retreats for
Harrison
him.
gets that kill on the fill from the back center. So now it's, Dorito guy running.
Cody Mikowski making the move. Here comes Harrison with the full commit.
Right.
Another body coming off for NRG Elite. It does look like it's a bit of an unconventional way to get this point one here for Infamous with some of these moves out here. But you know what? Just make it work, right?
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, Shorty was very proactive in a bunch of unconventional spots where NRG Elite was probably, wait, he's here? Oh, okay.
Right.
And there's no one to snake.
And that's a good point you bring, Maddie, is like sometimes just moving around creates that kind of like, I think he's here, and you're able to clip guys because of that.
Especially when they're kind of tucked in spots that don't have the greatest of visibility, and so they're gunfighting, and all of a sudden, guy pops up in a different spot. It was like, wait, is that the same guy? Did he move? And then you don't really have time to figure out because you're putting back into your spot. But hey, that was a good point for Infamous, as they lost a couple, but able to put their second point on the board.
So Level's doing a good job of shooting off the break, but let's see, what do you think they need to do here, Maddie?
They need more. They just haven't had any really consistent. Their first game was different. Yesterday, they were just scratching their heads on offense. They had a really good offense against AC Diesel, and then now they've just gone hardcore defense against Houston Heat.
I would argue that if they're not going to play the outsides aggressive, they need to at least be in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and that's been a very successful strategy to work with so far.
Like, if you're not going to break, fine, but most teams that are doing that are at least have a presence in the middle.
Legion did it great yesterday.
And here he goes into the middle.
Impact did it amazing this morning.
Mishka's kind of sniffing him out right now.
Do you think Mishka knows he's there?
Well, he's playing over the top, so maybe he'll find out.
I want to say that Ryan Moorhead saw him diving into that Dorito 1 over there.
Yeah, maybe. But see, I like this. Now they're getting in the snake. Looks like he's going to try to actually get down there and shoot some bodies.
This game plan looks a lot more, looking like a lot more of what we saw at a Level in their defeat of AC Diesel.
So Level was looking the direction that Mishka ran, and he missed him. It's a hard, tough miss right there. But nobody's in the wedge for Heat, so there we go. Now Level's getting out wide. And hopefully, maybe Level, we can't,
loses the snake guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Justin Politi gets shot as Lemon.
That's kind of the safest spot in the snake, so I'm not sure exactly who shot him.
There's a ton of paint that bounces in there also, Kyle was saying. But what boggles my mind the most is that Level filled out finally behind Justin in the snake to help him out, and then as soon as Justin died, Level guy moved, oh, now he's in the snake, but he moved back to the brick.
Went back inside.
Yeah, you don't give up the real estate.
Well, Lemon's in the snake now and sitting the deck, and it's going to crawl to take over the attack into Snake 3. Houston Heat's trying to protect this 2-point lead with a minute and 38 seconds left because they can put a win on the board. That's going to punch their ticket into Sunday because they're going to be 3-1. Every single game that Houston Heat has played has been an overtime game. Every single one of them, all three so far.
And if the player for level on the Dorito side shoots down the tape, you can see Mishka because he's hiding on the other side of that wedge.
Right, he's on the broad side of it.
Yeah, I've been over there. You can't hide there if someone's in that can shooting straight ahead of you. But the can's kind of so worried about stopping Heat from moving.
Oh, you hate to see this right here. Well, all right.
So Lemon's at the 50-yard line now here for Columbus level. They need 2. They only have 60 seconds to work with.
Oh, no way.
They're kind of playing like they only need 1 here, and they absolutely have to get a win in order to have the chance. If they win, they move on. It's that simple. They know that, and they're playing like they just need 1 to tie. You see this sometimes, though.
Okay, so Mishka should be dead.
He's not dead.
He is not.
Oh, he is now.
Yeah. There's no way that you can live in that thing where he was.
Oh, yeah, but Silver
Oh,
takes the
boy.
block. Lemon runs into a gun. At least they're launching. They're playing like they need 2 to tie here.
Well,
so even though they're running into guns and it's not working out, the spread means nothing to level at this point unless they win. They have to win because they're sitting with 1 win and 2 losses. They lose another.
I mean, it's over. It's
over right now. This is the Heat is moving on.
This looks fun. That's a fun one. And Heat getting another point for the point spread, if that even matters.
I think that puts them at 3-1. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that does put them at 3-1. At least they didn't have to play another overtime. But the 3-1 will move Heat on. This is going to knock level out.
But it does matter for playing that. Well, no, actually, no, it doesn't.
No, because there'll be 1 or 2 in the bracket.
Right.
Yeah. So let's see some miscues here. Oh boy.
Tough time to get a bad start, right?
Yeah.
The most important part of the match.
Most important part of the tournament for them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, same though. And then there's Chad George eating him up just on the attack. Again, I'm not going to criticize Level for running into guns at that point in time because
actually, I respect that.
Yeah, right.
At
least they tried.
At least they tried. You needed 2 to tie. They needed to get it going a little bit sooner. They waited too long to start that attack, and it forced him into that reckless attack moment. And it just, and he just had solid containment. So different situation.
Did Carl not come to this event?
Yeah, his wife had surgery this week. So.
Oh, shoot. Okay, because, I mean, they did pick him up, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's on the team. He's been to practice. Hopefully they can get him back for this next one.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see, kind of how he would play with them because they're traditionally a little bit slower team.
He could add another spark plug on offense, right?
Well, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that.
That's what Carl is.
Yeah.
So it looks like Nate Schrader taking the early walk here for Infamous in this tie ball game. 6 minutes on the clock here playing NRG Elite. NRG Elite needs a win to have a chance to move on. If Infamous loses this game, that's it. They're out because those will be 3 losses in a row.
So NRG doing a good job. Oh, God. Wow.
Missed him again.
Yeah. I mean, and just
Thomas was loaded.
Put his gun down, Infamous evens it up by shooting the snake side guy, and if Jonah, which I think Jonah will do,
that was a shot.
We'll tell everyone what happened.
Well, the wedge player, number 13 for NRG Elite, made it by Thomas's gun. Well, he's going to kind of wear it right now. Made it by Thomas's gun somehow. Thomas was kind of loading, but then came back. NRG's losing another body.
3-on-3, and Jonah's deep in their snake.
Yeah.
And he's got a free kill if he looks inside, but
I'm a big fan of getting to a spot, looking inside, getting some kills, and then, because look at this guy.
Jason Dennis is rolling dice up the center. He runs into Harrison's gun, but
thankfully Harrison had the quick draw on him because I thought he was going to shoot Harrison for sure. But it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, because somebody shot Cody Minkowski during that chaos.
Jonah's got to get up.
Yeah, Jonah's got to get
He's just taking too long here.
He's going to shoot Dorito 1 right here, though.
He doesn't know where they are. He's about to find out where the G1 is. Free kill.
All right, nice.
Free kill 1.
Makes the shot count.
Free kill 2, potentially.
No, you're breaking paint. You're a horrible shot.
I think he's breaking paint.
Well, they're having some paint issues, huh?
Yeah, should buy a force. Okay, so Harrison cleans it up over there, and honestly, big point to win right there. 4 minutes left in the match, 4.5.
That was a really big point.
And it looked like it was kind of in NRG's favor the whole way.
It was in doubt. It was in doubt for a little bit, especially when Cody just, it was a little treacherous of a moment right there for Infamous, but they made it count. And Jonah got in there and could have had a kill cross field a little early. He did get that free kill on D1, but then he started slaughtering paint. So
and so if you're at home watching this that particular point play out, you could look at Jonah crawling down and crawling past a free kill, right? And that's one of those things where you kind of should be checking every spot where you've got free kills before you go past them, because sometimes you go too far and you don't have them anymore.
And yeah, you don't want to give away your position, but so don't touch the bunker. Don't stay out for too long.
But there's positioning.
Don't unnecessarily shoot your gun.
Right.
But yeah, if you did the work to get to a spot, and also if you're feeling no pressure, if your bunker's not getting tippy-tap, you're not feeling any balls flying a couple inches over, maybe get that head check like you guys are talking about, and then you get that free kill cross field. So Spick and Span show Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
I'll be on next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna get you on, do a little post-Philly NXL wrap-up, talk about a little bit, give some useless facts, maybe some team kills.
We'll talk some history.
Yeah, that's what the Spick and Span show is.
Useless facts. I love this.
Yeah, useless facts is a good one. Team kills. We'll talk about whatever you want. It's unscripted. We have no plan, zero game plan going into the Spick and Span show. You know, we'll give away a ton of stuff. I know James from Island Designs is cooking up a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
I got some stuff to give away this week.
There we go. Perfect. Look at that. See, you mentioned something, and look at that. People. So we do lots of fun stuff to give away. Maddie's got this old Ironman autococker that he's graciously donated to the Ironman Fan Show.
That's the negative Ghost
priceless artifact. I like that.
Yeah.
I am actually going to be reprinting my excessive jerseys.
Let's go. And you have the MVP jerseys, right?
Still got a couple of those.
There we go.
The TM40 ones, right?
Yeah, got a couple of those still. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, you can plug whatever you want. We have zero, there's just no allegiances to anything, so you can bring whatever you want out there.
It's a fun show.
Yeah, it's fun.
I dig your show. It's just cool, man. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad Marcelo and Tyler are doing their thing, and even we got Vince of Let's Talk Paintball on the other webcast over there, and
we got like 60 Minutes.
Quinn
we got
here.
TMZ. We've got CNN, Ridiculousness. All the same shows are all going on in paintball at this time.
Great. We need as many storytellers as we can get.
That's right.
Infamous getting a kill. Oh, this guy's gonna get a penalty.
ESPN
wow, he should have
Live.
been. Yeah. So Infamous with a good breakout here, 5 up. Harrison deep in the Doritos, and see how this plays out for him. But they also have the 1-point lead, so this is a big point for Infamous.
Yeah, this is massive because if they lose
they
this
need
one,
the wins,
and they need to win as big as possible too. So look for Infamous to push it too. I mean, Infamous obviously doesn't want to squander this lead or do anything stupid out here. But they need to put up as many points as they possibly can.
Yeah, kill 2 for Infamous, and Harrison making a nice little inside slot move into that 50 wedge. The Dorito guy definitely doesn't know he's there.
Yeah, I like that move. I like the inside route right there. Mikey's been making that move where he comes inside and then does stuff like that right there.
Yeah, so Harrison eats up that body. And
so if I'm Infamous on this particular point, they kind of, once they get 2 kills, they should be sitting on it a little bit, A long point that Infamous wins here really secures them, but I do know they are also trying to win those points, so maybe that's kind of more what they're playing.
Yeah, the problem for Infamous is they're sitting at a -6, so it's almost they really kind of have to push the issue a little bit, given the opportunity. In the sense, if you're high bodies,
right.
If it was a different situation, they win both their games yesterday.
Yeah, and that's always interesting, seeing how a team will play that out, just knowing what they might have to do, right, to better themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, it goes to show you just kind of have to know situationally where you stand in the tournament. For Infamous, they don't have any wins yesterday. They had losses, and they were by a decent margin, so sitting at the -6. Need as big of a win as possible as they can get here. But Infamous are going to play the Ironman in their last game. We are going to see San Diego Dynasty here take the field to play NRG Elite. This is their bracket, and the Dynasty is going to finish off by playing
the Russians.
Legion, yeah.
Yeah, who's also looking really, really good.
Yeah, so it's Legion, Infamous, Energy, Ironman, and Dynasty. You guys had a really amazing first game against Infamous. That was a really nice look. The Ironman gave you guys a fight, though, man.
Yeah.
That was a fun game to watch.
Well, thank you. Well, you know how it is.
Yeah, you guys like to make it dramatic.
We like to keep things exciting, because if it was just all easy, no pushback whatsoever, then people get bored. So you gotta let all the teams have just in all the games. We don't want to see blowouts every point.
Yeah, I definitely don't like blowouts. It's really.
I mean, that was in the contract we signed with you guys, so I don't know if you.
I'm glad that you read the fine print.
Yeah.
Look at you. So Archie, Project Paintball. Talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's my brand with Ryan brand. It's our collaborative
no
brand.
Pun intended.
Yeah, and we basically make like niche, high-end, limited run stuff.
What's coming up?
Right now, we've got a couple things. One that we've kind of been teasing this weekend is a custom milled powerhouse regulator. It's actually really nice. It's kind of like a grenade design that we got some pictures. If you check us out on Instagram, we kind of released some. And we'll release that here in a couple of weeks. We'll be making somewhere around 200 of those different. We also have another milling coming out as well. So look for that immediately in the next few weeks.
So jumping into this one here, 3:22 to go as NRG Elite going to be losing 2 bodies. Terrible break for them.
You know, Infamous in the last 3 points, shooting people off the break, 100%.
And Infamous is in the Snake and really, really far down the Doritos as well.
Yeah, but this is when Jamrose needs to kind of read the tea leaves a bit here. They need a bunch of points, right?
Right.
It's 5-on-3, and you have the whole Snake. Now, that's kind of when you need to start pushing the issue. It looks like NRG Elite is just going to towel it, though, to preserve the time.
Yeah, and see, so now NRG might be doing Infamous a little bit of favors.
Yeah, giving him that point spread.
Well, NRG Elite's in a little bit of a different position. They play you guys coming up next, but they're sitting at 1-1, so at least they have a win up here.
Right.
So they need that extra win. They need another win to even have a chance. Yes, margin. Wins are the most important thing to first worry about, and then margin secondary. And then obviously they got to play you guys next.
Right.
Yeah, so I would argue that at this point, NRG should not be blowing the horn anymore because if they lose a point at this point, they're not going to come back.
From this point on?
From this point on.
Absolutely.
Right.
That last horn concession, I agree with that.
It's like get it out of the way, and then they've got 3 chances to win minute-long points.
Yeah.
Right. They can definitely do that.
Yeah, 3 minutes and a 3-point spread, but they can't give up too much more margin because they do have to play you guys next, and you guys looked really good yesterday.
Well, thank you, Matty. You know, one argument to that.
At least in game 1.
Yeah. One argument to that is I think they should blow the horn more often because then we get a lot of high-level intellect conversation going on up here in the booth, breaking down why they should or should not do those things. So if they blow it 2 more times, you guys, the fans watching, get another 6 minutes of high-end commentary.
I was explaining somebody like that. They're like, yeah, faster points, faster games. I'm like, no.
It's not how it works.
Fast is slow and slow is fast out here, man.
So, you know, and then you get to talk about the project stuff, which is actually pretty cool because you guys, Archie, drop things from across the board. It's not just like a one sponsor thing. You've got exactly just like the Spick and Span show, no rules, unscripted, and you know the project collab Dynasty long sleeves are really cool.
Right. So
all the guys are loving those.
Yeah, we did a really cool job recently partnered with Team Dynasty. We did a long sleeve drop with kind of both logos and icons from both of our brands, and we gave a first early access to the Champions Club, right? So they gobbled up most of them, and then we had like 10 or so to sell to the public.
After
right,
that.
Exactly. But that was a really cool one, and obviously we're seeing a lot of them out here this weekend with the Champs.
It's really
supporters.
cool. There's just a lot of that happening right now, and I just love it. You know, again, more storytellers, more cool special projects. It's just really cool to see.
Yeah.
And
it's great for paintball, and it gives people something also to really look forward to and be excited about in talk about paintball, and that's the really important thing. Like you said, the storytellers. You need people talking about paintball all week long, and back in our day, more your day, but my day also. People would go to the paintball store and we would talk paintball and we'd grab magazines. So there was conversations about it all the time. You know, social media helps that now, but with everybody being so engaged with. Play the game and Iconic and the Spick and Span show every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on YouTube live and things like that, you're going to get a lot of people really engaged constantly throughout the week, and then they play paintball again Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, it's great, man. It's just, look, life is full of responsibility and also distractions, but paintball is a fun thing. There's gifts of the game, man. It's a very unique and hard and humbling sport, and you get a lot out of it. Love it.
So NRG breaking, they break to the snake side brick and getting into the snake now. Down a body early. Oh, but 4-on-4.
Yep, 4-on-4 right now. And, is that Ryan? Or no, it's Sean.
I think it was Shorty, yeah.
Shorty just got a big kill out of the middle right there.
Yeah, NRG Elite losing some bodies right now. But
so up 3 points, you see, Infamous taking another walk right there.
So they're down 2 now, right? I think it's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-3 right now.
Definitely 3 bodies left alive right now for Infamous with a 3-point spread. NRG Elite has 3 bodies alive as well. 2 here on the snake side. There's 1 in snake, 3 back bunker here snake side, and then on the island in D1.
I was wondering when
just shot him.
The snake guy did. There's a guy behind him in the snake. I'm fairly certain.
I don't see that guy.
I think there's a NRG Elite guy right behind a camera box.
Right here? Okay.
Snake 3.
Yeah, snake 3.
Okay.
And Shorty, I don't like Shorty moving back like that.
Oh, Cody.
Infamous kind of throwing this one away with a couple kills here. I don't think they knew the count.
Right.
Or where the bodies were.
Odd timing did not be behind a bunker.
So it's gonna be tough.
Not get a penalty here, Shorty.
Austin getting to the 50, and here comes Bowen. Kyle Bowen coming through. So nice job by Bowen. Nice job by Austin.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. That move by Harrison was unnecessary, mainly because he could see Shorty in the snake too. You know, they looked at each other and they had a good cross there, and then Harrison kind of turned his back to the snake side and moved up the field. And there's a chance he didn't know there was somebody in the snake, but you never know. You never know.
I mean, I'm right here and I didn't know it.
Okay, well, yeah. But there is to your.
well, Ryan.
Yes.
And Archie, you guys are playing NRG Elite next. How would you kind of define their style when you guys are kind of thinking about playing NRG Elite next? What's going through your mind?
Well, it looks like they certainly do like the that wedge. Playing kind of snake side. That's maybe the 5th or 6th time I've seen a guy in that wedge right there trying to shut down the snake. And I do feel you can combat that by moving out to the snake corner and really taking that guy out of the game. Another thing is that center they don't use it a whole lot. Maybe that's the guy that moves up the middle, but he's looking Dorito way quite a bit. So I definitely see some opportunities based on those two factors. They don't seem to be incredibly aggressive down the Doritos. Hopefully one of the NRG guys teammates or fans aren't watching this.
Right.
And then they're going to call him, tell him exactly what Dynasty's going to not do. But or maybe I already knew that, and that's kind of why I said all those things. So
well, you kind of have to
balls
know.
in your
You
court,
kind
guys.
of look. If you're playing, we have all these cameras out here. You get to rewatch all the games. You kind of have to expect that everyone's going to know what your tendencies are, who's playing where, and what's
But they
going on.
don't know what's inside of my mind, Maddie, until I say it. So
that's true.
The real trick is this Inception? Or is this?
It's a game within a game within a game.
Isn't it right? Isn't that right? So balls in your court, guys.
Archie, would you agree with Ryan with everything he said about NRG Elite, or would you disagree in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
So Infamous squandering that last one here, and a 2-point spread. We just got to look in the pits there with Travis Lemansky, also his own company, Pro DNA. Love what they're doing over there.
Yeah, shout out to Pro DNA. Those pads are insane. The bags are really nice too, waterproof.
Right.
Submarine bags.
All right, Infamous taking the snake off the break. And
Ooh,
NRG
losing a body.
2 bodies on the snake side. So
Infamous 5 bodies live.
looking for a fruit roll-up over here.
Three bodies walking off for NRG. Not good, not good. But what this does mean is you guys are going to get another 2-minute break with Ryan, Maddie, and Archie talking about breaking down the game, baby. Hit that horn. All right, you guys are lucky, are in for a treat. This match might be the best one that you've watched as far as high-level commentary goes. And big move again. One thing I am seeing is a replay here on your screen.
Let's check out this replay as Thomas Taylor walks off. Pretty quick point there for Infamous, so they have a chance to try to run the score up a little bit. And looking at the breakout.
Team kill.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, so.
Oh, poor guy. Poor number 16 here. It just scalps him.
So why is there, he shot him twice. Why are you still pulling the trigger when you see your boy's head like that?
I have never seen this many team kills. We have had, I think up until yesterday, we had 9 or 10 team kills.
Yeah.
And then now today there's been another handful. I've never seen this
saw
many people
4 or 5 of them yesterday in the match we were doing.
The guy in the back was pretty tall, but you'd still imagine the guy in front is not wanting to stand up all the way to do that.
And also, doubling up that back center has become a thing. We're seeing a lot of teams do that. So maybe a little bit of, hey, I'm going to go low. You know, you're going to double up. Like
we usually have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit of a talk. All right, I'm going to go low, you go high.
And there's always a funny
walk
joke.
Through the
like,
choreography.
Just don't shoot me in the back of the head, huh, Maddie? You know, like you always kind of joke about that. We actually had this conversation.
That's not a lie.
That's
not a lie.
Yeah.
Archie said, I'm going to come off the break, off the box shooting. I'm not going to pull the trigger until your head is clear. You know, like, all right, just don't shoot me. Kind of a funny like thing, haha. But maybe they should talk about that beforehand. And when I see my buddy's head in between, I'm kind of trying to move my barrel out of the way.
Or just not pull the trigger.
Nah, but then you're not shooting the lane, Maddie. So.
Well, he wasn't shooting the lane. His head was in the way.
Yeah. The other 10 balls made it by. Those are the 2 that hit him in the scalp. Those weren't great.
All right, so now if you're NRG, you imagine they're just breaking out, trying to just kill this time, and their next best option is to just beat Dynasty with a high point spread later.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, now that they know what we're going to do or what we're expecting them to do, it's a big one.
Hey, it's a game of adjustments, Ryan. Minute and 5 seconds left to go. Big bite all the way past the 50-yard line into NRG Elite's Dorito 4, but he's immediately going to get stitched up.
Wow, nobody's looking at him.
Booyah.
Nobody's looking at him.
So Harrison Fry made that big move, but he immediately got ran down, and then trying to see who this is for NRG Elite.
Getting a minor, and it looks like it might be a one-on. Oh, yeah.
Is Zach still alive?
Oh my God.
Yeah, one on.
No, he just died.
No, Zach's alive.
Zach Patient.
I know, but I think everybody on NRG just died.
Yeah, so Zach Patient should be able, unless it's a one-on-one. Yeah, I don't see any bodies left alive for NRG Elite as there's only 30 seconds left. So Zach Patient, in all that chaos, stays alive.
How is that possible?
That Patient's still alive?
No, I know how Patient's alive. Yeah, hit that buzzer, baby. It's more commentating up. I just don't understand how the other 4 guys on NRG Elite all died.
Yeah, we're watching all this chaos, and then we look over here, and it's it's crickets.
When you run down and bunker a guy and shoot 4 guys from in the back. Actually, he shot everybody but one. He shot 4 guys. He bunkered one and shot 4 others. What the hell were the other 4 guys on your team doing? I know one of them got pulled on a penalty, but it was interesting.
It's a good question, but I have no answer for you because I was looking at all the chaos because that was an insane move.
It is definitely interesting, though, because from this angle, it's hard to tell, but
it didn't look like anybody shot him.
It looked like Cody might have been shot, and nobody was calling him out and maybe pulled up on him. But
yeah.
It's hard to say.
It looked like one of those things in what was that movie Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell when they first do the alley-oop and they don't know how to call it in basketball, so they just call it a double foul.
Okay.
Yeah. So he came down and shot everybody in the back, and they're like, "There's no way you did that."
Right.
Double
foul.
Yeah. So just to throw. If there's paint on you, I'm going to throw a penalty.
Well, the NRG Elite players out here just still, all the referees are goggles off, rolling off the field. He's still out there pleading his case. You're not going to get this call, my friend, unfortunately. But there was 9 seconds left, but they've got to be burning that off because all the refs are coming off the field. So that's going to do it. Infamous still has a chance here in this tournament. They came in with a -6 here today. But with this 4 now and a -2, and they still have to play the Ironman. So if they have a big win against the Ironman, they still have a chance to move on 2-2. We'll see what that spread's going to be. Next up is going to be the Latin Saints playing X Factor, and Tampa Bay Damage taking on Uprising. Well, Archie, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Maddie, always.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
See you on Tuesday.
See you on Tuesday.
Yep.
We're gonna. It looks like they want to run this point. Looks like.
I mean, all the refs just came off with their goggles off. They're forcing the refs back out there.
We're doing a 9-second points, everybody.
I was gonna say, hey, Patient, why did you not sit there and just run it down to 3? Because typically we will play a 9-second point, but then the refs. Okay, the refs are coming off the field again.
Well, Patient wanted you guys to hear us for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And I know everybody at home wants to hear another plug for the Spick and Span show every Tuesday at 4 p.m.
I think
live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube. On YouTube Live. We're giving away some Project Paintball gear. All sorts of other stuff. I got a garage full of things we need to give away, Maddie. I'll let you spin the wheel. It'll be a great time.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. All right, so that is going to do it. Congratulations to Infamous and Houston Heat. Houston Heat, we will see them on Sunday level, getting eliminated here 2 events in a row. Latin Saints X Factor, Damage, Uprising. Coming up next here, 2022 NXL Mid-Atlantic Major, brought to you by Bunker Kings. I'm Manny Marshall. I'll see you guys in just a few.